And we are back. Welcome back to the Dune Imperium stream with me, Bludgeon. I'm back, and I couldn't be more excited to be here. Thank you very much for joining me at the very first moment of this stream. And I'm sure, maybe you'll watch this stream later. And thank you for being here for that moment as well. It's not the same moment that I'm experiencing, that the viewers right now are experiencing. It's a different moment, but no one can prove that. You know what I mean? It's just a theory. It's hard to prove these kinds of temporal concepts. From what I've heard, according to the greatest scientists alive, there's not even any such thing as simultaneity. Can you believe that? I don't believe it. Anyway, this is a ranked game of Dune Imperium. It's been a while, and I'm going to be player one. Let's get right into it. We've got leaders: Paul Atreides, Memnon, Leto, Helena, Ariana, and Yuna. Over in the text, we've got disposal facility, invasion ships, and Memo quarters. Hello to Jacob Godard. Hello to Folius Magnus. Hello to Soul-like64. Hello to everybody, but especially to those of you who have already made your presence known in the chat. It's great to see you. So, oh yeah, the cards. Did I look at the cards yet? Here we go. Should out Mapes, full-scale assault, shifting allegiance is Ilesa and Algabe, Sardaukar Legion, and then, two very good three-costers, scientific breakthrough and stitched horror. Kind of want to try to get one of those. What do we got here? Memnon got picked already. Leto and Yuna. Let's go Paul Atreides for the first game back here. Hey, Seiza. All right. What do we got here? Okay. No way to get to research station. I was kind of hoping to do a trick to try to get more of those things, but that's not going to happen here. So I'm going to open up with the good old smuggling. We'll do our little advance. We'll get our little specimen. We'll get our Solari. And away we go into the first game. Hey, Gooser 3000. Gooser 3000 said, I've noted that Helena has a bad time in this mode for some reason. You mean Rise of Ix Immortality to 11? Interesting. Okay, so what's the story here? It looks like I'm going to end up with 4 persuasion, which is pretty good because that could get me shifting allegiances, which obviously is, a very good card. But I could also go for the Ilesa and Algabe. This would give me the spice on that would make it potentially possible for me to get memo quarters next round. So like you got stuck in the ad loop for 2 minutes. I'm so sorry. Gonna hit up wealth here. So that's gonna mean that next round, no, never mind. I'm player 1, not player 2. I was gonna say, for some reason I thought I was player 2 and I could smuggle down and get the 8 Solari for Swordmaster. Obviously that's not gonna work in player 1, but 3 Solari is still pretty good. It was either that or secrets pretty much, or tech negotiation, but I'm 5 persuasion, not seemingly to be super important here, and obviously I want to play the diplomacy. Folius Magnus says, if they had another expansion, you'd need a second monitor to play the game. So many things on the screen. Yeah, I know. It's already definitely stretching limits. Ooh, we have an explosion. Okay, so 5 persuasion turns out would have been pretty decent for the appropriate. Now what am I going to do with my 4? The Imperial Bashar, I'm not super excited about. The Spiritual Fervor is not bad. The research can be handy. And the reveal for the specimen, having a little bit more there is also good. However, Sayadina, I think, is what it's going to be. So Leto did an early reveal there. Hey, so like, how was the summer? I had a great summer, man. Saw lots of family, lots of friends. Had a great time, you know, chilling. Spent a lot of time, you know, reading in a hammock. Spent a lot of time swimming, playing guitar. It was good. It was nice to be away from, you know, all of the screens and the internet and all of that for a while. I definitely, you know, I need that. At the same time, it was like hard to be away from, you know, the stream and everything. Okay, so Memnon early revealed as well. So shockingly, as player 1, I'm actually revealing 3rd. All right. Well, I think I'm going to go with the Administrator and the Jameis. Let's just get some mega trashing happening. I kind of like that idea. I'm going to start with Jameis and see what else comes up, because between the two of them, I think I'd rather have Jameis in this mode. And if in case In the Shadows popped up, I would take that instead of the Administrator. But let's do that. That's kind of a fun. It's kind of a fun pickup, those two guys. So we'll be looking to just like empty out the deck. Now, in order for that to really mean anything, I also need to get a couple of good cards into the deck. At the very least, you know, it will mean more experimentations and diplomacy if I just get rid of everything else. But, you know, hopefully we can find something else. Sanklutin says the goat is back. What's the sound that goats make? I was going to go, but that's more like a terrible sheep. What do goats sound like? Anyway, thanks for being here, Sanklutin. Nice to see you. I hope your tournament is going well. I don't know. Do they sound like that? Okay, so looks like Memnon is going to win this round 1, so he'll be getting an influence. I assume he'll take it with guild, so that means nobody will have shipping unlocked immediately in round 2, which is, you know, good, since, you know, I'm one of those people who isn't going to have it, so I'd prefer nobody else have it. Hey, Zakashuta! I think goats bleat. Yeah, I think they do. But the sound in my head, I feel like, is more sheepy. Okay, so seek allies, experimentation, signet ring. That's what I've got here. We'll see what happens. I'm player 4 this round, so, you know, we'll just have to wait and see what's available. Looks like Yuna is going to be doing interstellar shipping with her second agent this round. So no big surprise there. Still suits, not still suits, fold space and smuggling grabbed up. I'll go for wealth if I can, because that'll get me to 6 and it gets me, you know, close to that 8. Leto gonna be getting the Swordmaster this round, it seems. Memo Core is picked up by Memnon, and the new tech is training drones. All right, so I think it's gonna be wealth. We'll just get that Solari pumping. Is there... I mean, another crazy thing I could try to do is I could go to still suits, get a water, and then hit research station. And then I'd have 3 to pick up one of these things. You know what? Let's do that. That'll get me in on this also. I'm just going to throw in 1 for now because I can throw in 2 more when I go to research station. If I do, I think I'll be able to. Leto's the only one with 2 water. And he is, I assume, going to get Swordmaster with his next agent, so I can beat him there. So when I research, I'll go up here and take this specimen. And then when I reveal this, that'll get me to 3, and then I can take either the Scientific Breakthrough or the Stitched Horror. They're both really good. I have 2 trashing cards already. I'll probably take the Stitched Horror, though. But, I mean... What do you think I should take? Should I take the Stitched Horror or the Breakthrough? Let me know in the chat. Make your opinion known and heard. I don't like the way my microphone is blocking my tie. I wore a tie here for my first stream back. But it's sort of blocked by my mic. I'm trying to see if I can figure out a way to fix that. Okay. Let's draw some cards and let's see what we get here. We got some persuasion. And we got some swords. That's kind of interesting. All right. So let's grab the specimen. And I'm going to throw in... Yeah, Hardy Warriors is still available potentially for Leto here, but I've got 3 swords on me. So I'm going to go for it with that, and we'll see if we can sneak out this victory. All right, so it's looking good. I've got 7 persuasion. Wouldn't it be great if somebody just showed us like a Jessica or a For Humanity or something? That'd be sweet. Guild Ambassador. I mean, that's all right. And there's the Hardy Warriors. Okay, so does Leto have daggers in hand? He might have 1. It looks like he has 1. So he'll be at 9, and I'll also be at 9. So we're going to tie it up, it would seem. So neither of us is going to get the point. But you know what? I think it's still worth doing that just to stop Leto from getting a victory point if that's what ends up happening. Yeah, let's take the Stitched Horror. And Gola pops up. Take the Guild Ambassador here. I could nuke it. You know what? I forgot all about the nukes. That's a good point, Sanglutin. Let's nuke it. Let's see if we can find something. Oh, let's take it for humanity. Yes. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That's what I said. I said, I hope someone reveals a Jessica or a For Humanity, but I forgot that that someone could actually be me. Thanks to the power of nuclear weapons. Hey, UT! Now I just need the Gola. Yeah, really. Okay, that's really exciting. So I didn't get to use the trash for Jameis this round. I mean, look, that is the thing I always say about these cards that let you trash is you don't get to trash as much as you think you will, because you often get them when you don't have a discard pile, or you end up drawing them when you don't have any agents left, which is what happened that time. And unfortunately, the same thing's going to happen here. I'm going to draw this Guild Administrator, but I'm going to reshuffle my deck at the same time. So I won't have a discard pile. Maybe I can trash the dagger out of hand, or maybe I can play something else first. But anyway, look, this is shaping up to be exciting. I said, okay, I've got some trash, but I need to get some good cards in the deck. And what have we done? What have we done? We got 4 Humanity and Stitched Horror into the deck, all thanks to that, you know, that Research Station play. We do end up tying with Leto as expected, so an Intrigue card and a Spice. Refocus. Okay. 4 Humanity is on top of the deck, so drawing a card would be a pretty decent thing to do, which would have to be Arakeen. All right, so Leto's got the Swordmaster. Can I get there? Hey, Folius Magnus, fitting that Paul used the nukes for humanity. Yeah. It's always for the greater good, isn't it? It's necessary, okay? Yes, it's horrible. Yes, it causes suffering. Okay, but it has to be done. It has to be done. And sometimes you need someone who's willing to do what needs to be done. It's for humanity. What a beaut. There was some good stuff in there, you know? There was a lot of good stuff in there. But I had to take the 4 Humanity. Okay, well, this is interesting. Smuggling is open, so I could smuggle Swordmaster and then do something else. I think that's what I have to do. So we'll take the Solariris and this trashing is coming at a bad time, because it would be nice to trash something theoretically. Maybe I could trash the Reconnaissance. I'm probably not going to use it this round. The dagger I need for Swordmaster. Yeah, let's do that. I mean, I could trash an Experimentation, I guess. But let's do that. All right. Folius, you had the same idea about trashing the Reconnaissance? Yeah. Yeah. Hey, Kozokosa! Hello, hello to you. Okay, so let's look at the shipping track situation. We've got Freeman and Merva 77. Yuna and Memnon both have that. They're kind of spaced nicely in a way, so each of them will have 2 rounds at it. I'm nowhere there. Leto is he's getting there. Yeah, ideally, I go Swordmaster and then Guild Administrator to Fold Space. That would be great. I'd kind of be surprised if Fold Space is still there, but it might be. Hey, Gooser, would Refocus now draw for the humanity? Would it draw for humanity? No, it would still shuffle the deck. So I would have a different top card of my deck if I did that. Okay, round 3 Swordmaster. I feel pretty good about that. Hey, same ball. I could use my intrigue to maybe trash a dagger. Like, maybe I would draw a dagger from my deck and then trash it? I'm not sure what you mean by that. Okay, Leto picks up invasion ships. That's interesting. Chomurky now there. Disposal facility? I don't know if I'm going to need that. Just interesting. There's a lot of trashing happening. Arrakis Liaison for Memnon. And Fold Space is there. Okay, this is absolutely beautiful. So, the For Humanity is going to happen next round. It's not going to happen this round. That's fine. I like this, man. Ooh, feels good. Feels good. Goodbye, dagger. Oh, yes. Look, it's going to be a fun game regardless of the result. This already feels like a great first game to get back into this. I love it. I love it. Hey, Jurgen. Jurgen, I'm feeling great. I'm feeling great because we are back together at long last. I have missed you. I have missed you, Jurgen. But also, I've missed all of you here. I love this stream. It's been a great joy in my life these last couple years. And so, as much as I loved my time off, it was, it was sad to be away from the action here. Look at this Imperium row. Too bad I only have one persuasion. And nothing in the conflict. Yeah, this is crazy. Leto's getting 6 Solari for a troop. Are you kidding? That's hilarious. Well, what are you going to do? You know, what was I going to do? I had those things I had to do. Things I was happy to do. Everybody else, I guess, had the things that they had to do. But it is funny when that happens. Hey, Kochels of it. Kochel says, lovely to have you back. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's good to be back. Jurgen has a really deep question here. Jurgen asks, what was the best, most memorable gift you ever got that actually meant something to you? Man, I don't know that I can give an accurate answer to that because it's not something that's... What? Hold on, sorry. Okay, this is too funny. Hot Rock is there now? How do I get that? You know, it's a really good question. I don't have like a good answer, but I will say that, I mean, one of the best gifts that I've gotten certainly recently was my girlfriend got me a new computer, which was very unexpected and amazing. And that's what I'm using, you know, to do a lot of the stuff we're doing here. So when I started the stream, I was using, you know, it was okay. It was like just barely able to do what I was asking of it. And anyway, one day my girlfriend just completely surprised me. I met her in a bookstore. She's like, here, can you carry this for me? I was like, what is this? And it was a new computer. So that was a pretty awesome gift because it's not just because, like, you know, everybody's going to be happy with a new computer, but it was, you know, she did it because she knows how much all this stuff means to me. And she wanted me to be able to do it, you know, to do what I wanted to do. So that was a great gift that also affects you. So how about that? All right. Well, I think I better play this For Humanity to secrets just to make sure that I can. I would rather selective breeding, but I just got to make sure that this happens. So let's do that. And you know what? I think I might as well take... I think I'll take Guild Influence here, because next round I can maybe Interstellar Ship. Like, it's good to run up the Bene Gesserit track, but this seems like a good time to do that. Ton of spice sitting on Great Flat. Interesting. Hey, Nuvrin. Purchase Thinking Machine. Pay 3 Solari, gain 1 influence with Bludgeon. That's a cool intrigue card. Oh, give me 1 more Solari, somebody, so I can get a High Council seat. Okay, what's left in the deck here? Well, you know what? I wonder... I wonder if it makes any sense to use this. I don't know. I mean, I've got decent cards here. But I don't think so. If I were to go to tech negotiation, that would get me to 5 persuasion. Then if I draw a card, that would get me to at least 6. Mentat is interesting. It's just I kind of want to get a High Council seat. Let's do it. Let's see what we get. Well, we know what we get. We get the convincing argument. All right. Now, I could still refocus and get one of these two. If I get the Signet Ring, that will draw me the Stitched Horror. So, you know what? Kind of tempted to do that. Hey, Kozo, this is the tech offer. Disposal facility, Chalmurky, and training drones. Thanks for reminding me. I've got to get back into the rhythm here. You know, remembering I need to show things periodically so people can keep up with what's going on. Leto has the invasion ships there. Memnon has the memo quarters. 1 intrigue card on Leto. The others don't have anything. 7 cards on Yuna. So I imagine Kwisatz Haderach will be going to Yuna. Koza, thank you for reminding me. Yeah, the refocus is going to shuffle the discard pile. That's true. I forgot about that. Maybe I should have done that before Mentat. I don't know. 2 out of the 3, like the convincing argument was maybe the worst thing to get there. Okay, so experimentation is going to have to go to Imperial Basin. Unless I refocus first. I mean, it's pretty good stuff, really, all of this stuff. Maybe I will refocus. Although, here's the thing. If I refocus now, it shuffles my discard pile in without For Humanity, so I actually don't want to do that. Hey, Jurgen Tartur, thank you for the follow on Twitch. Yeah. Oh, there's a Tleilaxu Master. I don't think I want to early reveal with 2 agents left. It's sort of tempting. That'd be a crazy card to get in there. But I don't feel great about it. It's very tempting, though. With all this trashing going on, get a Tleilaxu Master in there as well. But I'm not doing it. Might be planned coupling if it's still there. Okay, so Jameis will go to still suits, and I'll trash the dagger here. No troops to throw in. That's all right. Jurgen asks, have you watched any cool recommendation-worthy TV show or movie lately? Okay, yes. So I've been, I like to read like entertainment news, see what movies are coming out, see what's doing well at the box office, see what's getting well reviewed and all that stuff. I'm interested. I don't actually watch that many movies or shows, really. I do watch some, but I'm interested in like, I don't know. I'm just interested in the industry, I guess. And I kept reading about this thing called K-pop Demon Hunters that was like, I don't know. It was like #1 at the box office somehow, and it was like the biggest thing ever on Netflix. I was like, what the hell is this? And I kept seeing about it like while I was camping. I was seeing these articles. And anyway, I got back, and I was at my mom's house, and it was late at night, and I just finished like gaming with some friends online. And I was like, let me see if I want to watch anything on Netflix. And there it was. I was like, all right, let me check this out. I got to tell you, I fucking loved it. I don't know if any of you have seen it, but I really loved it. It's an animated movie. Anyways. Let's do this. Do this. Do this. Do this. I don't know. There's something, I don't really like listen to much K-pop, but there's something about animated K-pop, like good animated K-pop that I really like. I used to be into League of Legends, and they did this thing called KDA, and I really liked it. All right. I don't know if I want to add anything else to the deck here. The space travel, it's not bad, but I don't know. I think maybe I just stick with what I've got here. I mean, a little persuasion wouldn't be bad. Space travel does give persuasion. I'm going to take the space travel. It's questionable. It's questionable, but it does also kind of give me more freedom to trash the convincing arguments if I want to. What else? What else have I watched recently? I checked out the first season of The White Lotus. I'd been hearing about that for a few years at this point, but never watched it. I checked it out. I thought that was really good. Really interesting, sort of comedic drama, I would say. Just like really well written, and really well directed and acted, and just everything about it was really well done. Hey, Fadi El Riachi. Yes, it's great to be back. Great to see you. Okay. What am I up to here? Well, this is my chance to go to interstellar shipping. So I kind of think that I will. And the signet ring or the experimentation. I'm going to do the signet ring here. Oh yeah, I can graft the stitched horror, right. Let's do that. I forgot how stitched horror worked. All right, well, we'll take a scarab and the trash, I think not this time. Let's go with a water. Okay. Apologize for being slow. I know I'm being slow, but I mean, I tend to be a bit slow anyway, but all right. So there's 7 spice sitting here, which I'm sure Memnon is not going to let me get. Hey, Reverse. Reverse says, hey, caught alive. Love the vids. Watch them on the treadmill every chance I get. Hey, thank you for that. I love that. I like watching stuff on the treadmill as well. So that's actually, I mean, it's kind of a cool thing that you combine exercise with watching the stream. I'm happy to provide that entertainment and to help keep you in good health. That's what I'm here to do. Okay, so I have a strong arm here. What could I do with that? Well, I don't have any troops. I don't have any troops. Yeah, I don't think there was a way for me to know that because I got this intrigue card from the Stitched Horror Scarab. And if I'd known that's what I was going to get, maybe I would have taken the troop on there, but I had to choose both before I knew what I was going to get, so. All right, so Memnon, do you want 7 spice or are you going to let me take it? Hey, Gooser asks, do you go into the game with a strategy? Like where you're going to get your points? He goes to research station. No, I don't really go into the game with a strategy like that because it's so dependent on what cards, you know, I end up getting and what intrigue cards I end up getting and what other people are up to. You know, like there's some things that you can kind of get, you know, like if you're Leto, you're probably going to get a bunch of points from the influence tracks, or if you're Tessie or whatever, like there's certain things you can kind of more or less aim yourself at depending on your leader. Fiddy says fold space to Hardy gets you the troop and the Freeman Alliance. Yep, that is true. As well as the chance to play for humanity. Yeah, drawing the for humanity would be pretty good. But it's 7 spice. I don't think I can turn down 7 spice. I mean, I guess I theoretically could wait and maybe it'll be 8 spice. Nobody else has 2 water still. Hey, Jerome. Yeah, I mean, there's a great heist there. I could fold space to the Great Flat. That is true, too. The other players don't have water. Yeah, I know. I could play the For Humanity to the Great Flat also, I guess. But I don't want to do that. Let's do it that way. All right, so Great Flat could go to selective breeding. I'm running out of things to trash. Chaumerky could be interesting. I've got too many intrigue cards. I could trash the Signet Ring. Or I could trash the experimentation out of hand. I don't love either of those, really. Spy satellites for Leto. Interesting. Huh. Okay, how's everybody's specimens doing? I'm gonna have 2 at the end of the round. If it was 3, I might... I could just secrets and then just burn the refocus if I wanted to, if I had to. We're going to selective breeding here. And I'm going to lose this experimentation. I'm sick of it. So, I could have had 7 persuasion and then 8 or 9 if I'd used this, but probably 8. Smuggling, yeah, smuggling would have been reasonable. What I like about the selective breeding is that it's going to reshuffle my deck. So if I hadn't drawn any cards, then my hand would have been this, and these 2, which is not that exciting. So drawing the cards now means I'll be reshuffling. Maybe I can get the 4 humanity again right away next round. That was part of the reason for it. Now, there's nothing really I don't think I'm going to pick up with 6 persuasion here. The Esmar Tuek. I don't know. I'm not super thrilled with him right now. All right. So let's take a look at the score. Yuna with 3 points, Leto with 6 in the lead at the moment. Memnon and I both with 5 points. Yuna has the Guild Alliance. Memnon has the Freeman Alliance. The influence is kind of interesting. Nobody too locked up here. Memnon hitting Hardy Warriors with his 3rd agent. Going to go for a couple more influence points out of the Machinations. And I'm going to do nothing with that. Yeah. Cheap conflict, indeed. And I think this is a nothing for me here. Esmar's cool, but he's not really doing what I want at this time, I feel. So it's going to be a nothing there on 6 persuasion. Hey, Oleg! Oleg Makahan. It's going well. Good to see you. Ringo, Hayliner with strong arm would be nice. Well, I could do it next round, potentially. You would have liked it that round? There was a bunch of stuff I could have done that round. You know, there were a lot of interesting choices there. I could have gone to smuggling. I could have left that spice there. Gone to Hardy Warriors and done something interesting, perhaps. There were interesting options. You know, I sent the fold space here instead of the experimentation. I trashed an experimentation out of hand. Weirding Way picked up by Leto. Guild Bankers appears. Two people have High Council seats so far. Yuna and Leto both have it. Memnon reveals for 9. That's the first spice must flow of the game, I believe, tying him up with Leto at 6. We are playing to 11. That is the ranked mode, which is great. Fadi, you would have liked me to pick up a liaison? Yeah, I mean, it'd be nice to get some persuasion into the deck. I do have 2 convincing arguments and a space travel for persuasion. The 4 humanity can also be persuasion. All right, here's some intrigue cards. So the fight for the machinations is on. Leto has 2 intrigue cards left. And he has a strategic push. Memnon has no more intrigue cards. It's kind of weird how they don't line up anymore. All right, so Leto takes it. Moves up with Emperor, and I'm guessing Bene Gesserit. Yep. All right, Treble Purpose. Okay. I might just refocus now. So, yeah, I'm player 4 this round, so we're going to have to wait to see what is available. I have no water, so this spice is off limits to me. Shipping is probably going to be off limits to me as well. Unit decides to play a fold space to interstellar shipping. A smuggle would be good if I could get it. You know, that troop then can power a strong arm, so that move down could jump me up 2. Which is maybe why that, you know, would have been a good move last round. But if it's there, I could get the Emperor Alliance out of it. The only problem is that's against Leto, who is pretty good at jumping up. Or I could do it with the Bene Gesserit as well. Same deal. I think Bene Gesserit would be the better of those choices. Because the 4 humanity has that trick there. Goose, do you think Leto's in a good spot? I think so. I mean, he has the he's got a bunch of stuff going on here. So the spy satellites, yeah, that's just going to be a victory point for him. So he's basically at 7 points at the moment. Oh, Fadi, yeah, good point. Good point. It is 2 moves, so that's kind of rough. You have to, it's not just gain an influence wherever you want. It's where you sent an agent this turn. Yeah, that's a little bit annoying. But I think it's probably still the play. Hey, Antonio Dode asks, what was the biggest amount of spice you collected from this spot? I mean, that might have been it. I got 7 spice out of that. I don't know if I've ever gotten more than 7 out of the Great Flat. That might have been the all-time high there. I'd say there's a chance I've gotten 7 before, but I don't think I've ever gotten 8. So, okay, so Leto is doing that. If I can get to secrets, I can still jump ahead of him, but it's going to be hard to stay ahead of him. Maybe not. Maybe not that hard. He's out of agents this round. Next round, he'll act before me. So, like, let's say, for example, right now I go bump, bump. And next round, if he goes up 1, I'll have the 4 humanity ready to go. I should be able to get the last one. You know, he's not set up on the track here to pull any, like, double influence tricks with shipping and his ring. So I'm going to go for it. Refocus first, because maybe I get the 4 humanity now. It's a good point. Let's try it. Beautiful. Beautiful. Let's just lock that up. Thank you. It's for humanity, though, Leto, okay? Don't you care about humanity? Don't you care about humanity? He cares. He's fine with it. Fadi, are you thinking I could have stolen the Emperor Alliance from him as well? Hey, Ship it Holla. Hayliner first? I don't know if I would have wanted... Oh, there's a reinforcements there. That's good to know. I don't know if I would have wanted to risk not being able to get there. Kozoka, yeah, with a carry-all, maybe I've gotten more. So not counting the carry-all that doubles the base spice. Okay, so she just used reinforcements, right? Or did she not? She used it and then took it back. Yeah, so if I were to Hayliner, I would get 6 troops in. That would be 12. I would draw this. That'd be 14. It could still work. But she has 2 intrigue cards, and I don't know what she has for swords in hand. So that seems a little... It'd be amazing if it worked. I have that right? 5, 10, 12, 14. No. No. I don't think it makes sense. I don't think it makes any sense at all. Okay, so... Yeah, I think I do just trash the guild administrator to itself here on Fold Space. And do I pick up a Shai Hulud? I honestly don't think I do. I won't have 7 persuasion anyway. Yeah. I'm not going to blow out on Hayliner when I have no chance to win the conflict here. So I think we'll just... Let's do this. I think that's the play. I mean, I think that's the play. All right, thanks for your work, Administrator. You can now retire. We have a great retirement package for you. We hope you enjoy that. I hope you enjoyed your time with the company. Now, you didn't quite make it to the 65 retirement. You did retire a little bit early. I know it wasn't your choice. Still, technically, you didn't meet the full retirement benefits package. So, you know, of course, we can't give you the full, you know, amount that maybe you would have liked. But thank you so much for your service to the company. For your service to the Empire. All right, we got a nuclear option exercise, and now it's Scout, Power Play, Freeman Camp, Freighter Fleet, and Test of Humanity. Hey, Manta! Nice to see you. Yes, at Chom, we're like a family. All right. I mean, the chair dog plus the 4 humanity is pretty cool. But I don't think it's worth doing that. Because that's about the only thing that it's cool with. So we're going to say no. Hey, Blue-Eyed Demon! Nice to see you. Finally got your copy of Dune Imperium, and it's awesome. Oh, Wonderful. That's very exciting news. Have you had a chance to play it with people? Do you have friends who are into it? Are you playing it at home, at a board game cafe? Are you playing it by yourself? Family? Don't know if I'm going to get to the end of the research track with this. I haven't been playing my experimentations in a while. Let me take this time. I really want to thank the new members to the channel, members who've joined recently. So thank you very much to Suratuk Pikaya Jitipong. I'm sorry if I mispronounced that. 22 Faces, It's Robin TV, Robert Meyer, and Jason Brown. Thank you so much for becoming members of the channel. It means a lot. I really appreciate it. And also in the last while I was away, a bunch of people hit the 6-month and 1-year mark of membership. So I want to say thank you as well to Isamu Ide, Andrew Armstrong, Goliath Rage, Nesbida, Sefton, Jake Rothman, Nephron, Muhaddiv72, Jacob Godor, John Sneateki, Elnick, Uron, Alex Roberts, Ognian, Dr. West, and Wayfair Visual. Thank you so much for your support. It means a lot. And big thank you to YNH the Riddler and Olivier Demi, who have made it to 1 year of being a member. So thank you so much to everybody. I really do appreciate it, and it makes a difference to what I'm able to do here with the channel. All right. What has been going on while I did that? So first of all, the conflict here, round 7, is Battle for Imperial Basin. I do have a space travel that can get me to Hayliner. That's pretty good. What else happened? Leto went to shipping with Appropriate, got a Chomurky. Okay. Also played Water of Life, drew a bunch of cards. Memnon has picked up Restricted Ordnance. Okay, Wind Traps, Sonic Snoopers, and Training Drones. All right. Una does have 6 spice here, so I think it's got to be space travel right off the top. And yeah, we'll throw the Stitched Horror on there. We'll take a Troop too and throw that in as a bonus. One, two, three, ABC, maybe save it for Research Station. That might have been reasonable, but this is what we're doing now. I have the Signet Ring to play to Research Station if I need to. Play that Diversion. People are distracted by all the action here. They don't see that I've ordered something from Amazon. Blue Eye Demon says, haven't played the expansions because of rules and strategy. We'll get there. Yeah, honestly, my opinion is there's no hurry with the expansions. Like, I think that the original Dune Imperium is absolutely fantastic by itself. And you know that if you've watched the channel. Like, I could play base Dune Imperium forever. I like the expansions, but I would say, you know, there is no hurry at all to add them. Okay, 2 agents left, so this is looking good. If I can win this conflict, obviously the 2 points would be good, and the demand respect would also be great. I could lock up that guild alliance. This Jameis is probably going to be used for swords here. Because well, the thing is, extra influence could end up being relevant if I ever end up revealing the 4 humanity. Research. Here's the research situation. So if I were to go to research station, I could pop that way. It would be nice to try to get to the end of the track before the game ends. I don't know if I'll be able to, but it would be nice. Yeah, you're right. High Council is an option. Ship at Hala. For Humanity could potentially go to High Council. I think Research Station is the play with the Signet Ring, and then we'll see what happens after that. Fold space, diplomacy, convincing argument. Okay. Yeah, we might be able to get a Spice Must Flow here. If I had taken the specimen, it would have meant that I would have 3 things to activate this, and that would get me that point, but I'm hoping I'm still going to be able to do that before the game ends. So I'm going for the quicker route here. All right, so let's see here. Yeah, I've got the experimentation on top of the deck. Yeah, so the interesting thing is, what do I do here? I could fold space to fold space and get that. But what is this demand respect going to do? Like, that could just lock that up. Okay, High Council gets taken, so that's no longer an option. Unit does still have the reinforcement, so yeah, it is, the conflict is a little bit sketch. Unfortunately, there's really no way for me to do anything about it. There's no, like, I can't get to Hardy Warriors, and I can't get to any of the combat spaces, so I mean, what could I do? I could go to secrets just to get, you know, try to get a combat intrigue is about the only thing I could do there. Huh. So the other option, like, it's a gamble on trying to get a combat intrigue. Sonic Snooper could help with that. Alternatively, I just take this with the fold space. All right, let's try this. My time is running short. So that didn't really work. Yeah, using that intrigue, I guess it would have been better to get rid of it and try to get a combat intrigue. Even get rid of that at the same time, perhaps. So, yeah. Might have regretted that one. What's she getting with the machine culture? Mimic film. Yeah, I probably should have gotten rid of them. I'm just kind of, I don't know. Part of me is still hoping I'm going to get the victory point out of that. You want me to get rid of it? All right, let's get rid of it. That didn't work. Dare I use this? Dare I? I could go here. I'm going to try that. No swords? Okay, that's good. It's the greed play for sure. I'm greeding it. They're saying GG, but you never know. You never know. Leto has... Wait. He doesn't have the spice to actually get the point out of the spy satellites. Does Mem not have the memo quarters? No. Wait. No. Oh, delicious. Delicious! Ooh. I demand to be respected for that. I demand it. Oh. Oh, it tastes so good. Oh, how's that? How's that for our first game back, my babies? Orbit bad news. Be nice to see you. Thank you for the follow, Republic of CS. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Love it. Got to love it. Shippy says, no need to top. It's over me. No need to actually use the demand respect. I'm going to use it. I'm going to use it. Because I didn't have the alliance there. That's what gave it to me. Pretty sure. Oh, no need to use the spice option? I see what you're saying. That's true. But you know what? I really wanted that respect. I was demanding it with full force. But you're right. You're right. It would have been better to keep the 2 spice there. The thing is, I mean, I should have done it. Leto, I think, has the Chaumerkey. But it's true. Anyways, I don't feel bad about it. Ooh. Ooh, hoo, hoo, hoo. Made Freeman 4th for no reason? Someone's got to come forth. I'm not going to worry about who it is. All right. Well, Hey, Midori. It's good to be back. Hey, Jurgen Tartour. Yeah, that was a great start. That was a great start. Starting off with a big win. I mean, look, that game was super fun. It started off with the Jameis and the Guild Administrator round 1 reveals. That right away, I was like, ooh, 2 trashing bros. We got the trash bros. I don't know if they consent to being known as the trash bros, but that's what I'm going to call them until I get a written demand from their representatives. Until then, they're the trash bros. And then it was like, ooh, that's interesting. Maybe we can trash some stuff, but I don't have anything good in the deck to really benefit from that. And then there was that key move where I thought, maybe I can get myself the extra specimen with the research station to get the stitched horror. And then there was the research station also drew me the persuasion, which was 7 persuasion. And we hoped for something good. And I was reminded about the existence of atomics, which allowed me to pick up 4 humanity, which was incredible. Incredible. Yeah, there were some really good suggestions throughout that game, including, as Ship It Hollow points out, using the reshuffle intrigue to make sure I drew, or to give myself a chance of drawing the 4 humanity. That was big. Amazing. Well, we've got a little bit of time until the next queue. It's not a ton of time, but there's still a little bit of time. So, do I want to wait for the next queue? Or we could also play a viewer's game. It's been a long time since we've had a chance to do it. Jurgen asks, are you standing up? Doesn't that get uncomfortable? Especially playing Dune, which requires a lot of waiting. I am standing up. Yes, I have fancy desk that can go up and down, which I really like because it does, sitting in a chair all the time is not the best. Standing all the time is not the best either, but, I can mix it up, which is cool. And the fact that it's Dune, which requires a lot of waiting, honestly, I think that's better than if I were playing something which required like constant input, like an FPS or something, because it means I can kind of like, I can take my hands away from the mouse and keyboard. I can stretch or do whatever I want. Midori asks, are you participating in the Sangluten tourney? I am not. For 2 reasons. The first one is that I wasn't sure I was going to be back in time because it was starting kind of, I think it started before I actually got back here. So that's the main reason. The other reason is my experience with the last tournament was not so great, where, you know, people were left to schedule their games on their own and it just took like forever. And it was just a major hassle trying to communicate with people in different parts of the world with different schedules, trying to find times that lined up. It was just like a huge headache that I was not eager to potentially get into again. So that's why, those are the two reasons I didn't join it, but it's cool that there's another tournament happening. And, you know, best of luck to everyone involved. I hope it runs smoothly. And Ship It Holla. Oh, did you win the last tournament? I kind of wasn't keeping up with it. So you won it and you haven't gotten your prize. Well, first of all, congratulations on winning it. You know, good luck with the rest of it. The so-called organizer of that tournament was kind of ghosting everybody for most of it, as far as I could tell. So I'm not surprised to hear that, but you know, hopefully that'll work out. Yes, I have, you know, I have confidence that, you know, Sanglution is going to be on top of organizing it and everything. So I'm sure it'll be, you know, much better run than the last one. I have no doubt about that. But, you know, a large part of the issue was, again, just the scheduling stuff. So not even to do with whoever's organizing the tournament, but just trying to organize, you know, times that everybody can play. It's just, it's tough. It's tricky. Ship It Holla says, run your own tourney, Bludgeon. You know, I will. I will. I've been thinking about it. I've been thinking about different ways to do it and how to avoid that issue. And you know, the truth is, it's very hard. It's very hard to run a tournament and have it actually run smoothly and on time and all that stuff. It's very, very difficult when you have all these people that are trying to organize together. Fadi, I'm happy to hear that it's been going well so far. Like the alternative, and honestly, what I think I might try at some point is just setting a time where it's like, this is the time when the games are going to happen. And if you can be there at those times, then sign up for the tournament. And if you can't, don't sign up for the tournament. And that way everyone knows at the beginning, that's when the games are going to be happening. And, you know, that probably would mean fewer people are able to participate, because for a bunch of people that say, oh, I'm not available at that time. But maybe it would mean that, you know, people wouldn't have to worry about the scheduling part of it. Of course, you could run into people like not showing up at the supposed time and all that, but like that's always an issue anyway. So, you know, it's tricky. Fadi Elgrachi, async games work for large scale tournaments all over the world. Yeah, I know that they run async tournaments out of the Strategy Arena Discord. So that can work, but then you lose the like excitement of like a live game that you can watch. Like for me, if I'm going to run a tournament, I'm going to do it so I can commentate the tournament. So I can't commentate an async match. Manta, love to see a good Paul game. I love a good Paul game. Your Paul winner has dropped in Immortality. That's interesting. Hey, Mitch the Fellow. Thank you for the follow. Thanks for the follow, fellow. All right, let me get into the next ranked queue, since we're at that time. Oh, beauty. Yay! My first 2 stars in bronze. Love to see it. All right, let me join the ranked queue. And I think after this game, we'll do a viewer's game. All right, so while we're in the queue here, I'm going to step away for a moment. I'm going to get myself a glass of water. Feel free to get up, stretch your legs, do the same. And we'll be right back. How exciting! And we're back. Welcome back to the Bludgeon Dune Imperium stream. I'm so happy that all of you tuned in to welcome me back. It feels great. It feels great. And this week, to celebrate being back, in addition to this stream, I'm going to leave this stream up publicly. So, you know, if you tuned in late, or if you're watching this down the road and you think, how come this stream is even available? Usually streams are members perk stream VODs. This one I'm going to leave up. And I'm going to record some new games to put up this week on the YouTube channel. So typically the 3 videos a week, the Tuesday and Thursday videos are cut from the streams. And then the Saturday video is a game that I record just for YouTube. But this week, Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday are all going to be brand new games recorded for YouTube, because this stream is just going to be put up publicly anyway. So we're going to get some extra stuff this week to kind of make up a little bit for the lack of new stuff while I was gone. Hey, James Kovacs, good to see you. I got some color while out camping. Yes, I did indeed. Looking tan and trim. I'm not so sure about the trim part. Simmer down, please. But tan, yes. Hey, Ramses 6 Ray. What's the way to play this game? Expansions, players, trigger, VP, etc. I'm not sure what you mean exactly, but if you want to know how to play, I've got a video that teaches how the game works online. So just search YouTube for how to play Dune Imperium, and you should find my video there. What's the best way to play? Oh, I see. Well, you know, it's a matter of, in terms of expansions, it's a matter of opinion. So I like playing it without the expansions. I like playing it with one expansion. I like playing it with both expansions. I think they're all interesting. Some people only want to play, you know, with both expansions. Some people only want to play without or whatever. But my personal belief is it's best to play without the expansions for a good long while before you add them in, because adding them in, you're adding stuff, but you are also taking away something. You're not playing the same game anymore, and the original game is a great game, so I feel it's worth playing that before you start, changing it. Okay, here we go. We are back into a ranked match of Dune Imperium Digital. I'm player 3 this game. Paul, Memnon, Helena, Ariana, Hundro, and Ilesa. The cards: Gurney Halleck, Weirding Way, Spiritual Fervor, Jameis, and Freighter Fleet. And the Tleilaxu Guild Impersonator, Face Dancer, Initiate. And over for the text, we've got Wind Traps, Chaumerkey, and Invasion Ships. Okay, it's my pick. Whoops. Okay, I guess I'm playing Ilesa. I didn't mean to click that. I wanted to close this, and then I was probably going to pick Memnon just because he's my man. But all right, I'm Ilesa Ikaz. All right, so Ilesa, if you're not familiar, her signet ring is you can pay a Solari to get a fold space, which is cool. And her ability here is one step ahead. At the start of the round, set aside a card from your hand. At the start of your second turn in a round, reveal it, put it back in your hand, and if you use it to send an agent, either get a Spice or a Solari, depending on how many agent icons it has. Okay, so what am I looking at here? I'm player 3. So my second agent will be what? That's tough. Do I go with the Seek Allies just to try to get an extra Solari here? I'm going to go with the Experimentation. I don't know if it's going to work. Hey, Ramses, the ads are long on Twitch. I think they're supposed to be 30 seconds. Sorry about that. Manta, you added Ix to your group after a single game because you needed Armand? I mean, you can play Armand without adding anything else from Ix. All right. I'm going to go to Wealth here. Hey, Pyot! Nice to see you. Yes, it is good that I'm back. Haga Basin gets taken, so I have to hope Imperial Basin is still there for the experimentation. So just as a reminder, this is showing the card I set aside with my one step ahead ability. This is not the top card of my deck. It's confusing after playing Paul, where that's what that means. No! All right, well, I thought one of those would be there, honestly. It was a risk, but I really thought one of them would be there. Okay, well, that's how it is. Yeah, it turns out Recon would have been better, but you never know. Sometimes these two get picked as well. One, two, three. Ilesa's hard to play. Yeah, I really like her a lot, but it's tricky. Is her special ability worth it? I mean, it can be nice, right? I mean, theoretically, you can be getting, you know, either one Spice or one Solari bonus every round, which is great. But, you know, it's not guaranteed to work. Hey, Tremendo! Good to see you, Tremendo. All right, well, let's see what we get here. Refocus. How bad do I want to fight over this? 3 troops probably gets me 2 Solari. I'm going to pass. Tremendo says it's literally the best day ever. Yeah, that makes sense to me. Nothing this good or better has ever happened to anyone at any time. Ramsey's asked, what's my gaming background before Dune? Well, in terms of streaming, there was a period of time where I was a caster commentator for an amateur Heroes of the Storm league. And so that's what I was doing that was like my first kind of streaming experience. And I loved doing that. I loved being a caster, a commentator. You know, I was doing play-by-play, which is really exciting, very different from the turn-based stuff here. You know, it's like fast action, as well as analysis, but it was mostly about the play-by-play. But in terms of just games that I like to play, I mean, I loved Heroes of the Storm. I was into League of Legends for a little while. I was very into World of Warcraft for a while. I don't know. I like a lot of different stuff. All right. Well, let's take Test of Humanity here. Oh, wow. Some good stuff showing up there. Keys to Power, Reverend Mother Mohayim, Liet Kynes. Hey, William Bosch, good to see you. Simmer Down says your vocal style makes sense now. Yeah, you know what? That's interesting. Did I ever do voice or media training? Never training, really, but, you know, I used to do a fair bit of theater acting. For a little while, I had a radio show. Okay, what are we doing here? What am I doing here? What do I want to set aside this time? I'm going to set aside the signet ring here. So I think I might... This is interesting. I could go to Fold Space, but if I go to Wealth, that gets me 5. Playing the Signet Ring will get me to 6. And if I can get Solari out of the Conflict, it could get me to 8 for next round. So I think I'm going to try that. Zach, I should do play-by-play for one of the tournament games I'm not participating in. Yeah, I mean, it's obviously it's a little different for a turn-based game. It's not quite as like action-packed, but I am looking forward to doing that. I have some ideas actually about how I might do some commentating on games here for the channel that I'm not playing in. I don't have it totally worked out, but I'm thinking as kind of like a member's perk. So right now, there's no perk for the Solari level, which is like the 2nd tier membership. And I've been thinking about what can I do, you know, to give a bonus to people who want to be like a higher tier member. And I'm thinking of tying it into that, where it's like, if you're a Solari member, then like maybe once a week, this is just like off the top of my head, this is not finalized. Let me know what you think of this if you want. But like once a week, I'll have a game for members at that level where I will commentate the game. And so it's like, you know, that might be cool for people to have, you know, to have me commentate their games. And it'd be fun for me. It'd be interesting to try it out because I haven't done it with Dune. I commentate my own games. I haven't commentated other people's games. So anyway, that's something I'm thinking about. And then, of course, if I ever do run a tournament, then I would be doing that. Okay, so here's my ring. I think it's Carthag here. I don't think I want to reshuffle necessarily, so let's hit up Carthag. Let's see what we get. Good. I'm not spending that Solari. Throw in 3. It may not be good enough. Somebody might Hardy Warriors, but I should at least get 2. There's the Hardy Warriors. I have 1 dagger here. Hundro looks like has 2 daggers in hand, so he's going to beat me there. He also has an intrigue card. James Kovacs, I don't want the fold space I'll never use. I know. This is tricky too. Like Ilesa is a very tricky leader. It's tricky to get you know, what should you do with 1 step ahead? Because the thing is, setting aside that card also means like you don't have it available to use. If for some reason you could say, oh fuck, I really wanted to use that as my first agent. Actually, you can't. So that part is tricky. And the Signet Ring is tricky also. Like it's theoretically being able to pay 1 Solari for a fold space card is amazing. And it can be amazing, but sometimes you really need that Solari. So as people, longtime viewers of the channel know that it can definitely go both ways. I've got a great game on the channel called The Space Must Fold. If you want to see a game with Ilesa where I get a lot of fold space cards, check that out. But I've got another one where, anyway, I bought 1 fold space at the start of the game. It screwed me over missing the 1 Solari. I never even played the fold space. It was brutal. Okay. Let's see here. Do I want a guild impersonator? Yes. Graft is great with Ilesa. So I am going to take that. And with my 3, do I want a Chris Knife or do I want a Court Intrigue? Let's take a Chris Knife. Let's take a Chris Knife. There's the 2 swords on Hundro. Simmer down, getting Liet turn 1 is wild. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, so this graft is good on Ilesa because it's a flexibility that makes it easy to set up the one step ahead. Also, like this guy has one agent icon, so if he's the one I set aside, then when I graft him to something else, the card I grafted to could have as many agent icons as I want. This will still get me a spice. And if I gain spice this turn, get influence. So it's actually like a really great card for Ilesa here, as Simmer Down points out. All right, 2 Solari and an Intrigue card. So that sets me up for Swordmaster here, which is great. We've got an ambush. Don't mind that. All right, and we did get the Swordmaster card, so I'm not setting... Well, actually, you know what? I could set that aside. Yeah, I'll set aside the dagger here, because nobody else has the Solari to beat me to Swordmaster, so let's do that. And we'll start out with the Chris Knife. I could even just immediately Hardy Warriors and go for this victory point. It's kind of interesting. I'm just going to do it. One, two, three ABC points out, it's a very good point. It says someone may ship. Yeah, Helena may ship, and then I'm screwed. That's what being away from the game for a couple of months does. I just honestly never even thought about that. I was like, well, Paul can't get one Solari, but yeah. The good old shipping track. So Helena might intentionally screw me over on that. Looks like she's going to. She might go up. She goes up. Oh, thank God. Thank the Lord. It is kind of a strange move because you're right. She's not blocked, so she could have gotten it herself that way. But maybe she's like me and she sometimes forgets that she's not blocked. That was close. Yeah. All right. And then it's going to be, obviously reconnaissance. If I can. I might not be able to. If Carthag gets taken, then I can't do it. So maybe I should have gone to Still Suits instead of Hardy Warriors, because then I would have had 2 water. Research Station would have been an option. Would have increased my flexibility with that recon. We'll see. Secrets for Helena. Let's see what Paul decides to do here. So if I do get blocked there, then it's just a reveal, and I would take the negotiated withdrawal here. Which, I don't know, there's an argument I should just reveal and take that anyway. You know, Carthag is fine, but it's not actually that great. I mean, yeah, I can burn an Intrigue card. That's okay. Okay, Paul goes to research station. Because this card is very good. Amanda says not intrigue cards win games. I mean, that is true too. It's an interesting decision. I mean, there's other good 4-cost cards. So even if this gets taken, you know, maybe I can get one of these other two. And, you know, sometimes one troop makes a big difference as well. One troop plus an ambush could mean something. I mean, this also gives me a troop, though. Fadi, I think Manta was replying to me saying Carthag doesn't do much for me here. And Manta saying Carthag is good because it gives me an intrigue card. So I'm going to do that. And then I'll just do that. I'll keep that troop. I think that should be good. And I have the ambush in case it isn't. Got a reinforcement, so I definitely have the means to, you know, pull off a surprising conflict victory here at some point. Helen revealed for 2. Okay, so... Oh, she has a charisma. Okay, there goes the negotiated withdrawal. I think. No, she takes the Siege Reverend Mother. I mean, it's also a great card. Let's see what... Oh, there's a power play. I'm short on that. I could refocus, though, to try to get it. Only 1 dagger would be a miss. Let's see what Paul has here. If Paul takes negotiated withdrawal and there's nothing else... Oh, he's got 6. Okay, so he's going to take power play, I assume. Okay. Wow. So I end up with it anyway. Ooh, this thing comes back. Paul takes the scientific breakthrough. All right, well, I'm quite happy with that. So let's grab that negotiated withdrawal, please, and merci beaucoup. Oh, Hundro recalls an agent. Okay, what do you got, Hundro? Oh, he's going to hit shipping again, isn't he? It's sad to me that that's what that intrigue card means when Rise of Ix is involved. Is it most of the time just means, like, you may go to shipping twice this round. Okay, so it's looking good for the conflict. We take the lead on victory points, 3 points to 2-2-2. Let's set aside the guild impersonator. That's what he's there for. Hundro grabs up a swordmeister. All right, Test of Humanity, 2 experimentations, and Signet Ring. A lot of spice sitting on the board right now. 3 spice available to Imperial Basin. I control Imperial Basin. That's why it's 3 for me. That can be put towards a Chomurky, perhaps. I could try to win this conflict. I have the reinforcements and the ambush. Could burn both of those to get fill them up with different intrigues. I probably want to play the Test of Humanity. So I might want to do that first. The thing is, it would put me to secrets, so I'd have to use the refocus. Probably secrets will still be available, though. This is pretty nice. Let's throw those in right now. And it's true, that does open up selective reading. Okay, Hundro grabs the Great Flat. He goes to 6 spice, so Hayliner's now available for him. He might decide he wants an invasion ships because he does have shipping unlocked. So that would help him, you know, get there every round. Takes it back. Interesting. Okay, does it again? What is going on here? Hundro, a little bit indecisive, decides to unlock Siege Tabor. Anyways, I've been there, so thoughts and prayers to Dafei Shen or whatever. For trying to figure out what the hell was going on with that round. All right, so Hundro has put a bunch of troops in. So I'm definitely going to do the reinforcements. And then maybe the ambush. Yeah, Hundro can get this 4 spice as well if it's there. We'll see if Paul wants it. If I win this, I'll have a choice between unlocking shipping or unlocking Siege Tabor, and I think I'll go for Siege Tabor because it's, you know, shipping I don't think is going to be doing much for me this game. At this point, all the other players already have it unlocked. I'm not going to have many chances to actually get there, so I think Siege Tabor will be more useful for me. Having an extra space available on the board does, you know, increase my ability to use the one step ahead ability as well. Did Helena have no green, or did she forget she could infiltrate? Well, she didn't play any green, so I don't know. Wouldn't be totally shocked if she forgot. Okay, selective breeding is only going to draw me that. It's not going to get me a ton of influence or persuasion. I was hoping maybe I could get up to something interesting here, but it's not really going to happen. So I think I might just hit secrets, keep my spice maybe for another situation. It'll get me up in intrigue cards, but I don't think Hundro can infiltrate me there. So I'll take that chance. Tiebreaker. Yeah, Gooser, it's like a total cheat on this card. So everybody has to lose a deployed troop or discard a card. Oh, Hundra loses a troop. That's very interesting. I wonder if that means he's got some good persuasion lined up. Helena also decides to lose a troop. James, remember to burn an intrigue. I'm not going to burn an intrigue because I don't think I need to. Hundra is the only one with an agent and secrets is blocked, so his one intrigue card might be infiltrate. But I don't think so. Oh, he's got Hayliner. Okay. Okay. That's why he lost a troop. He's very confident. Now, let's see. If he goes conservative with this, I might still be able to beat him with all this stuff. I mean, I don't think he would load everything in. That would be insane. He loads everything in. No. I mean, he sees I have 4 intrigue cards, so he does have to be a little bit worried. But that seems like a crazy thing to do. He goes for it. James, well, I wasn't thinking so much about next round because I've been planning to play intrigues during the conflict. I wasn't thinking that was going to happen. Can I still beat him? No, right? I can just, the best I could do is like tie. Reinforcements would be +6 strength, getting me to 10. 16 ties it. So okay, well, I might still use the tiebreaker against Helena. So I don't think I need to burn anything. Okay, hold on though. I could get another intrigue card and another troop. That might beat him. If I burn everything on it, it's kind of insane. Let's see what I get. calculated higher. That's not really... Okay, let's see. It is expensive for Cloak and Dagger, but I don't know. It's just funny. What did he reveal for? Okay, no swords. But he has 2 intrigue cards. Okay, 6, 12. I can get to 18. It's so stupid. He would just need any combat intrigue. I know it's so stupid. Do I want any of this? I mean, the Bounty Hunter is kind of good with Ilesa. So you know what? I'm going to take that. Industrial espionage. If grafted, blah, blah, blah. Well, I have 1 graft card, so I think no. The Chair Dog is a graft card, though. I'm going to take that. Whoops! Oh, I meant to play that. Oh. I can tie him. Oh. Tie maker. Yeah, it's tie maker. And then I'll still end up with 4 intrigue cards after that. Oh, God. So stupid. Let's just collect intrigue cards. Let's go up to 6. Oh, and he has to the victor. Expedite. All right. What do I want to set aside here? I'm going to set aside the dagger here. Okay. Look at my intrigue cards. Expedite. Calculated higher. Helena goes to High Council with 4 humanity. That's kind of wild. Well, I mean, I could burn 4 of these immediately. Okay. What in the hell? I think it's Chris Knife to still suits here. I could just go to secrets. That is true. That is true. I know, I don't have any water for this. Get 3 troops? What, with just reinforcements? I could do that. All right. There we go. We cleaned it up. And I might use these intrigues to get rid of this, to win this conflict. So possibly this will be a 6 intrigue card round. If that happens, I will have played 6 intrigue cards. And maybe I go to secrets to get a 7th. Hundro has raced up along that research track and gotten the first victory point from the Tleilaxu. Helena finally picks up Swordmaster. Unclear whether she missed the fact that she could infiltrate there. Hundro does have A-liner again. Yep, we'll see if he uses it. Oleg, thank you for the reminder. Yes, this reinforcements requires 3 Solari. Probably all experimentation up to smuggling here if I can. Hundro does have a lot of resources, Fadi El Riachi. 11 spice, 6 Solari, 4 water. He's got the most in every, well, not every category. Paul has 11 Solari. Oh yeah, dagger. Right. Well. Okay, if I go to tech negotiation, I could get I could get invasion ships, I guess. I could get Chalmurky, but that pumps up my intrigues again. I think I probably just won't do the dagger. I think this is better for me right now. Fadi, what was the plan with the dagger? Goozer, if I take invasion ships, I could go to interstellar shipping. That is true. Let's see if I have time to undo this. Oh boy. Oh boy. Oh boy. Well, I did it. Let's give a round of applause to actually pulling that off, just like all of the undos. Most of the time when that happens, you know, I end up running out of time because, like, I've wasted a bunch of time already thinking about the turn, and then it's like, oh, I've got to undo like 3 different steps. Each one has like a little delay in animation. So yes, I appreciate the congrats on successfully doing that. 4 times animation speed. Definitely not. If I could turn it on, like what I've said before is I would love it if when the timer was ticking, it would automatically kick up the animation speed. I feel like that would be such a great feature. I would love it, but I can't have it on 4 times by default. Even double is too much for me. Yes, I was nervous too. I was nervous too. Okay, discard 2 cards. That ruins absolutely everything. I mean, it's not a complete disaster because I can still go to smuggling and play the diplomacy. So like, you know, all things considered, it could have been worse, but you know, I was looking forward to using the invasion ships and getting to interstellar shipping. That's no longer an option. Yeah, so we'll do this after all. Get Spice and Hayliner. Oh, I don't have guild influence. Yeah, that's a good point. Arthur, where were you? Where were you before? Anyway, that's okay. I just have to not forget about the reinforcements here. I meant to use it last turn, which, well, I kind of meant to. It would have been insane. But this round, I'm pretty sure I want to use it. Okay, so he Haylinered again, but he only has 10 strength. I mean, it's still sketch. 10, I can get to 12. He might have daggers in hand. I could Hardy Warriors. I think that would be the play, because otherwise it's pretty rough. Fold space is good. It unlocks shipping for me, which is good because I do have this invasion ship, so that's good. But I'm going to do it this way. Let's see what he's got. Zero swords. So maybe I don't use the reinforcements. He only has 1 intrigue card. The ambush probably works by itself. You know, the question is, do I want the Solari? Yeah, I'm just going to use it. And we'll just leave it like that. Okay, so I now have 2 combat intrigues. You know, the advantage of that is I don't have to worry about the timing of it. I can play them in the conflict. So that's the advantage of hanging on to them instead of the reinforcements. Trash a card. We'll get rid of that. It also gets me an extra troop in my garrison, because I didn't have to put them all into the conflict. Let's do the chair dog second, because it has graft. The only thing is, I actually kind of want to play the experimentation, which is a good thing to chair dog. And I definitely want to, yeah. I think that was potentially a mistake. It would have gotten me an extra, like, specimen. But I definitely want to drop here and take this Freeman Alliance. Nice to get a little water in the pocket as well. Some more troopulars. And, do I trash again? Or do I go this way for a little bit faster? Yeah, let's go this way. Also gets me another intrigue card immediately. Oh, that could be good. Shuttle fleet picked up for Hundro. Goes with Emperor and Bene Gesserit. Not looking to fight me on Freeman, which I appreciate. He's now getting extra Solari every round. Training drones is the replacement. Chalmerky's still there. Could be a decent round for a Mentat. This conflict I'm not that excited about. Next round is round 7. I'm going to be playing first. Spice would be pretty good for me, but I don't have a way to get it. So this conflict would be good in terms of getting Spice to set up a potential Hayliner next round. Okay, Mentat taken off the table by Paul. Interesting. I mean, Arakeen. Carthag is a bit sketch because of my intrigues. So I feel like it's either Arakeen or Siege Tabor. Let's see what we get here. I'm not going to graft this. I'll try to do it with my next agent. It's Test of Humanity. Okay. So I think I'll chair dog the Test of Humanity to secrets. I don't really want to quid pro quo it though, because it doesn't quite get me there. All right, so let's see what happens here. I want to win this conflict. I'm happy to play combat intrigues if I have to. Okay, discards the treachery, gets the unload effect, gets some troops into the conflict that way. Helena discards a dagger, could end up making a difference. 2 unload effects, hilarious. Yeah, I'm not going to do that. Hundro picks up High Council seat. Does he activate the Signet Ring? Looks like he does. So what I'm hoping to do is get the 3 spice out of this so that next round I can open up with Hayliner. For the round 7 conflict. That's the logic of what I'm doing here. Helena goes to Arakeen. Does she deploy another troop? She has 3 intrigue cards, so we'll see how that goes. I've got 6 strength in intrigues, 1 in a dagger, so I've got +7 here. So 13 strength there. She did not deploy that troop, so that tells me that I may not even have to play any of these, which is okay because I'll be the first player next round, so I can get rid of something, you know, if I need to. Paul goes to Carthag. Is he going to get in on this action? Now has 2 intrigues to think about it. He might. This doesn't look that great here. On the other hand, it's not that amazing of a conflict. Paul is not in desperate need of the spice. Okay. Do I want any of this stuff? This is potentially interesting. I do have a few graft cards. Whoops, I double-clicked him. All right, I took that. I'm going to take a liaison. I just kind of feel like it. You know, this is a sketchy one. I was thinking about playing it, and then I accidentally double-clicked. So I might have taken it anyway, but I'm not 100% sure. Everybody racing along that Tleilaxu track except for me. Usurp, that's the card that popped up there. All the big cards are there. All right. Yeah, I could have burned the tiebreaker just to get it out of hand, but... we'll see. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 ABC. The more intrigues you have, the safer each one of them is. That's absolutely correct. All right, let's see what we get. Oh, that's actually... well, it doesn't really do anything, but at least I can burn it. All right. Let's send you... away. What am I going to graft with this guy? The chair dog, I guess? Whatever. I better just keep that now. I think I did that in a weird way, but it is how it is. I should have probably used this. This round and then also burned that. But whatever. The intrigues this game are absolutely ridiculous. This is probably the game where I've had the most intrigue cards, like just throughout the course of the game. It's crazy how many intrigues I'm dealing with. I doubt I'm going to be using the retreat ability on this guy this time. Okay, so if I win this, that gets me to 10 points. Is there a way that I can get one more point this round on top of that? So, yeah, this guy can infiltrate me to research station. And we'll see what we get. Yeah, 1, 2, 3 ABC, Fidel El Riachi. I mean, there's the Bene Gesserit Alliance as well. That is true. Because I can use... no, I don't have any spice. Yeah, unfortunately, Spice Must Flow doesn't look like it's happening. I would have to, you know what? I might have to try to get the retreat on here. Mentat is a possibility. So 4 spice sitting there for me. That would not do anything. Chomurky. I think I have to go to Secrets with Test of Humanity and hope that one of those gives me a bump. Alternatively, I go to cart. No, I got to do this. And maybe I steal the Bene Gesserit Alliance with the negotiated withdrawal. What do we get? More intrigues! More intrigue cards! What does that do? Nothing at the moment. We'll hang on to it. We'll hang on to it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yes! Yes! Lose a troop! What's the point of these troops? He's got too many troops anyway. So I'm going to negotiate to take that alliance. And then hopefully these can make up for it and I still win. And then if so, maybe I win the game. This round. That's what I'm going for. This is a ridiculous game, man. God, I love this game. God, I love this game. I love the games tonight. The first game was ridiculous. This game is ridiculous. Oh, man. Too good. Too good. Nope. 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 7 intrigue cards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. What did Helena just do? Carthag? Okay. That Test of Humanity, I mean, it's not easy, that thing. We talk about it like, oh, I'll just do Test of Humanity. People having to put their hands in boxes that burn their souls through the bone. And they have to not take their hand out of the box while it's burning. With unbelievable pain. We're just like, oh, I'll just Test of Humanity. It's a Test of Humanity is like one of the most incredible ordeals a person could even go through. And it's just, oh, I'll just play Test of Humanity. Everyone, do your test. Yeah, if somebody had gone Basin to get me that spice, I mean, I guess theoretically it could still happen. Paul with the Hardy Warriors here. What is this now? I don't like this. Hey, Sam. Yeah, it's still nothing here. This thing doesn't do anything. I can't get another one. Well, I have to do it. No. I love how they put the alliances up here now. Ooh, I love it. It's consistent. I love the UI fixes they've done. It's... Oh, there it is! But I've already revealed. I've already revealed I've already retreated my troops, so it doesn't really make a difference now. But yeah, they used to put their alliances like here or something. And so it was confusing. Like, why is my opponent's alliance next to his head and mine is not next to my head? Brilliant. I love the fact that they fixed the deck icon. For some reason, it used to look like the hand icon. Beautiful. Benny T says, isn't there an intrigue card that let you put some of your intrigue cards back and draw new ones? There's a tech. There's a tech. The Sonic Snoopers, actually. That would be hilarious for me. Just dig for like all the endgame intrigues. Anyway, hopefully the game ends this round. I don't want to go to another round here. Honestly, I'm not even sure I qualify for any of the endgame intrigues. Plans within plans, no. Corner of the market, no. The money ones, no. Grand conspiracy, I doubt it. I forget what that even is. Dreadnoughts and High Council, no. The research ones, no. What is all of this? Paul's out of intrigue, so I think that's it. Okay. Is this real? Can anybody beat me with endgames? I don't think so. Oh! Plans within plans! Oh, yes. Oh, yes. 2 for 2. 2 in a row. 2 for 2. 2 in a row. 2 for 2. Woo, woo. Oh, God, I loved that game, man. I loved how I just had a million intrigue cards that game. A million. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. You know what? Like, I said this stream is going to be public. But I'm just thinking of the thumbnails I would have for these games otherwise. I don't know what I'm going to do for the thumbnail to this, but it would be a great game. Well, I'm a good player, but to be fair, I'm getting help from my great viewers. All right, well, we're going to play another game. Let's play a viewer's game because that's what I said we would do. So we'll close out this stream with a game with you, the viewers. So if you would like to play a game with me here on the stream, then get yourself into the Discord. that's where I'm going to put the password for the game. If you're not in the Discord, this is supposed to... Hey there, thanks for the link there, bot. If you're watching on Twitch, let me type it in there as well. You can do it yourself, !Discord, and that will give you the link, but let me do it here. All right. All right. Let's get out of here. Let's get our stars. This should get us out of bronze. Oh, yes. Into big ol' silver. Okay. What are we going to do for the game? I don't know. We could just keep it the same. Just kind of get into the swing of things. But we could also mix it up. The viewers' games is the only chance I have to mix it up, because ranked is always what it is. What do we want to do here? I think we're going to go classic. You know what? I haven't played a game of classic in a while. No. No. Let's go random leader select. All right. All right. The game is up. If you can guess the password, you are welcome to try it. But I'm going to post it in the Chatville channel. Here we go. Password being posted in 5, in 4, in 3, in 2, in 1. Bingo. All right, we got one player. We got two players. We got three. We got a game. We got a game. A game of classic Dune Imperium. What a brilliant game it is. Oh, how fitting that I was randomly given Memnon for my last game of the stream. I love it. All right, welcome to Evergreen, Takobi, and Task Manager. Thank you for joining this game. Tam, you made an account to play online. Beautiful. Closing the stream not to look at your cards. Yes, if you are in the game, then we do ask you to alt tab or mute the stream or whatever you got to do to keep it to keep things interesting. Oh, like with the Memnon hearts in his eyes emote. I love that one. Okay, so what's going on here? I do have the signet ring. So that means, yeah, I've got the right cards to do. Oh, beautiful. I've got the exact things I need to do my favorite thing with Memnon, which is signet ring to Haga Basin to get 3 spice. I'm not sure if I'm going to hit... Yeah, I better hit Summelange now. It'd be nice to kind of wait till next round and not waste the diplomacy. The problem is Helen is going to get some spice here, and then she could open with Summelange if I don't. So, I better do it. The 2 troops here, yeah, they might end up kind of wasted, but we'll see what happens. I'm going to get at least 1 spice out of it, but probably that's it. So the setup here is, you know, you get 3 spice, you immediately sell Melange for 8, and next round I can get my Swordmaster. So that's what I'm going to do. If I didn't have to worry about Helena going to sell Melange next round, I might wait, but I do have to worry about that. So I can't wait. This kind of stuff, this in particular, this move is one of the reasons I really like Memnon in Classic. In other words, without Rise of Ix. So this would also be possible if you're playing with Immortality, but not Rise of Ix. It's just Rise of Ix doesn't have Sell Melange or Secure Contract, and so it kind of screws Memnon over a little bit. The other reason I like Memnon in Classic is the Connections ability is more valuable, I think, for 2 reasons. One is I think High Council Seat is overall better in Classic than it is once you add the expansions in. Just because in the expansions, you've got kind of just more things you got to worry about. Whereas I think in Classic, you know, buying Spice Must Flows is kind of a more often becomes a big part of your strategy. And Influence is way more precious in Classic. You know, they just throw Influence at you in Rise of Ix and Immortality to a degree. But it's super precious here, which is also why I'm going to take the Spice Hunter. So yeah, unfortunately, these 2 troops are getting me only 1 spice. All right. Wait. Oh yeah, I already sold Melange. Panicked there for a second. All right, early selective breeding for Helena. Perhaps going to be trying to pick up one of these, you know, pretty nice cards here. Chome Directorship would be a crazy one to pick up. All right, so Swordmaster round 2. Very happy to see that. And then I'll have the Dune and the Seek Allies to play. We've got a friend here who also wants to say hello. Also has been missing everybody. You want to say hello? Ouais, bonjour, salut tout le monde. Ça fait très longtemps, vous avez me manqué beaucoup. All right, hey, Sylvain, was that grammar? Anyways, far be it for me to critique Sylvain's French grammar. I'm not going to do it because I don't know what his French is better than mine. So, anyway, Sylvain, it's great to see you as well. I haven't seen you in a while. I'm sure everyone is glad to see you. Hey, Terry Fuller. So my persuasion is not going to be great here unless I just play the Seek Allies and early reveal, potentially, for a power play. I might do it. I don't want to do it though, because I do want to get Solari with Sell Melange, probably, or Secure Contract, I think. You know, if I can secure contract and wealth, then I'm ready for a High Council seat, which would be cool. not super likely that I get both of those spaces, but it could theoretically happen. All right, Paul with the Hardy Warriors. Let's see what Helena does here. Terry, you can retire because I said your name. Jeez, that's a lot of power. Okay, Beast goes to fold space. Does not go to fold space. Does go to fold space. What was that animation? Okay. Okay, Paul doesn't have a way to get to wealth, so I am going to make it to wealth here, which is what I want. Helena reveals for 6, picks up Opulence. Really nice card to get, especially early. So we'll see what's left for me. Beast, I imagine, is going to take the gene manipulation here. But if the guild administrator is there, it's probably what I would go with. Because it's early enough that you can get decent value. 6 for Paul. There goes power play. So I have 1 Spice Hunter. The second one, you know, could trigger the Freeman Bond, but I really like the Guild Administrator. I mean, I can get both. I don't know if I want both, but I want the Guild Administrator. And then I'll probably take a Liaison at this point. I don't know if I need 2 Spice Hunters. But the reason I like Guild Administrator in Classic is because paradoxically, fold space is not as good in Classic. Which sounds crazy, because he can take you to fold space, so shouldn't he be worse if fold space is worse? The thing is, with Rise of Ix, everybody wants to go to fold space, and so you can't send this guy to fold space. Okay. Here's the thing. My persuasion is kind of nice. I could pick up Spice and try selective breeding. Problem is, then I have to trash my guild administrator. It would be amazing to get this directorship. I don't think it's super likely. So, unfortunately, I don't have a card to trash here, but I'm still going to do that. I could trash a Dune out of hand, to be honest. But I need to play it. I have 2 agents left. Hey, if I did, actually, yeah, I thought about the Spice into the selected breeding. And then, yeah, what I didn't think about is that I would then trash the Dune after. That is true. Maybe I can still do it? Pogo's Hall of Oratory. I'm not going to be getting good persuasion with the selective breeding, so like there's no way I'll be getting the directorship. Because 5 persuasion, 4 persuasion. At best, I could get to 7. But realistically, I'd be lucky to get 6. But you know what? Even 5 could be good. And yeah, it is weaker to draw last for sure. With these cards, it's not that big of a deal. Yeah. Yeah. Okay, I'm still going to do this. I'm not going to deploy here. There's the Swordmaster for Beast. I'm not 100% sure that I even want to go to selected breeding right now. Maybe. Helena has 7 cards. She's getting Chome Directorship. These two, Paul has High Council seat, so he's probably going to be getting the Liet Kynes. And then, you know, I get a Sardaukar Legion maybe, which, you know, I'd rather have it than not, but it's not all that exciting. I might be more, yeah, Still Suits is gone. I was going to say I might be more tempted just to go to Still Suits. Helena hits great flat. Gets a whole bunch of spice. Blocks High Council. Yeah, okay. Very reasonable. Well, I think I still am going to do this because my cards coming up are not particularly interesting, so I kind of want to cycle through them. So we'll lose the Dune the Desert Planet. And we get up to 7 persuasion. I mean, who knows? Who knows what evil lurks in the hearts of men? There might be something good there for me. I like having the Dune the Desert Planets back, to be honest. I'm kind of sick of experimentation. The pressure to like use it all the time, it's just kind of annoying to me. And the fact that like you can't trash them really. So it's like you're really hard up for cards to trash with Immortality. Okay, Paul has 7. Definitely going to take the Liet Kynes here, I would think. Helena then going to take the Chome Directorship. Come on, give me a Jessica. If Jessica shows up, though, Helena probably just takes Jessica and lets the Directorship burn. Okay, Worm Riders. There's the Directorship. Now, unfortunately for Helena, she didn't get to play her Opulence. All right, well, yeah, I'll take the Worm Riders. I mean, I do like the Legion just for the influence, because influence, like I said, is really kind of hard to come by in Classic, and so it really does help to pick it up. But I love getting the spice on play here. And the swords may come into use at some point. I'm not going to take the infantry at this stage. I have no Freeman influence at the moment, but I do have a Spice Hunter to help out with that. So those swords may be relevant, but the spice is what I'm taking it for. Firm Grip. Okay. Well, I would like to get a High Council seat this round. Probably what I'd like to do... I mean, it's going to be tough. I want to get to Still Suits. That's my priority number 1, is Spice Hunter to Still Suits. We'll see if I'm able to do that. And then priority number 2 would be High Council seat. If I can do that, then I'll get the second Freeman Influence, which would be great to unlock Siege Tabor and the Worm Rider's 4 Swords reveal. Gooser 3000 says you're going to need some victory points eventually. That's a problem for future me. Right now, I'm just like building my little machine. I'm setting up my pieces. The victory points will come. If you build it, they will come. All right. Good news. I get to spice hunt the still suits. This seems like I should be able to get something out of this. Everybody's depleted, so I'll throw in one. There's an argument to say that there was no point throwing it in yet, since I still have 2 agents and I'm like almost surely going to be visiting a combat space. So maybe throwing it in was, you know, premature. There's the Swordmaster for Paul. Helena now the only one without Swordmaster, and just reveals. Okay, Cash is in the opulence, so redrew it immediately. Gets that firm grip. Very nice for Helena. Let's see here. I think it's Carthag for me here. Let's get an intrigue card. Carthag with the ring. Because High Council I can get with my next agent. Although Helena has a voice, but she's already revealed. Interesting. I'm going to leave it there. Let's see what Paul does. Okay, Paul didn't deploy, so it looks like I'm going to get good value out of the 1 troop. I am going to grab High Council seat right now. I'll take Freeman Influence. Like I said, unlocking Siege Tabor and unlocking the 4 Swords option on Worm Riders. Also getting me my first victory point of the game. I could have tried to steal this with the reinforcements rather than getting the High Council seat, but I really wanted to get that done for those things that it gave me. Okay. Liaison. Doctor, yeah, I don't think so. I don't think so. All right, so 1 water, 1 spice for 1 troop. I'm happy with that. Evergreen on Beast here trashes a Dune, the desert planet, from that terrible purpose victory. Beast at 5 points here, so the score is 5-4-4-2. So looking ahead a little bit, I'm going to be the first player when round 7 comes around. So I do want to make sure I have spice available for me. I've got a decent number of cards that can get me to Hayliner. I've got a Fold Space, a Diplomacy, and a Guild Administrator in the deck. So right now, I mean, I could obviously play the Worm Riders to get spice, but I do have 2 water. I could pick up Great Flat. The Signet Ring will get me a spice as well. And maybe I could try to use the Worm Riders to win this conflict rather than for the spice. Sadly, Fold Space was taken. I would have loved to have played the Guild Administrator there this round. It's not going to work. It's another time when I have no discard pile, so the trash would have been difficult, but just to get the influence and the Fold Space card. All right. I mean, Research Station here could get me a Spice Must Flow this round. But like I said, I do need the spice. If I'm doing that, it kind of commits me to actually playing the Worm Riders for spice. There's also playing the Spice Hunter. Although the Freeman Bond also gets me a spice on that. It's kind of interesting. So do I want to fight for that alliance or not? I think I do. I could end up going Signet Ring to secure contract. That would unlock the reinforcements here, which could be a way of winning this. Only 1 Intrigue card in the game here. Beast has 1. I have 1. The other 2 do not currently have 1. Beast goes to secure contract, though. That takes away that option. Goose, or somebody's loading up the Liet Kynes? Yeah. Huh. Well, I could do these too. Let me see what I get out of the research station here. Dune, Fold Space, Dagger. That's not what I was hoping for. Yeah, I think I want to try to steal this conflict with the Worm Riders. We'll see. It would get me to 6 strength, which is not a lot. 7 if I have the dagger. Hardy Warriors here is still open. Beast would like to go there, I would think, to get that alliance, if for no other reason, but he hasn't done it yet. I mean, that's also something I could just do. That's probably what I should do. The only downside to that is it reduces the number of cards in my deck that can get me to Hayliner in a couple rounds. But it does seem like that's probably the play. That might be good enough. 4, 10. I think that's good enough. Maybe it's good enough without anything, but I'm just going to leave it at that. I've got 12 strength here. Because getting that alliance unlocks an extra 2 swords on this baby. So Memnon's going to be riding these worms. I mean, Memnon's not doing it, okay? He's not actually doing it. He's influencing the riders of the worms. He's not the rider of the worm. But you know what? He likes to pretend. I honestly think I might have been able to get away with holding that troop back. There's the Kynes. Paul picks up a Spice Must. Flo takes the lead at 6 victory points. Helen reveals for 3. Not much happening there. Does pick up the Fadakin Death Commando. I reveal with a lot of swords. And yeah, I'm going to take the Sardaukar Legion because I still need a point with the Emperor. All right, so this coming round, I have 2 goals. But actually, you know what? One of my goals is to get Spice. I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm not going to be able to do it because this is my hand. So, you know what? I may have hurt myself. I may have hurt myself by using the Worm Riders for swords there. Not getting the Spice on it means I will not have 6 Spice for round 7. Because how do I get Spice out of this? How do I get Spice out of this? I mean, I could research station, I guess. And try to find something. I guess that's what I have to do. But then I have no water, so I can't pick these up. It would have to be a signet ring to Imperial Basin. I would also, you know, there's 3 victory points sitting here on the influence track for me. I mean, I could just Arakeen. See what that does. Paul's probably grabbing... You know what? This is what I'm doing. Come on! Spice trade, spice trade! Yes, Spice Hunter! That's exactly what I want. I'm not deploying right now. This time I will hang on to it. All right, so Spice Hunter can help me some spice on one of these two spots, which is great. You know, I would like to play the Spice Hunter to one of these spots. The issue then is to get a Spice Must Flow, I have to not play the Diplomacy. It's tough, man. It's a tough game. Like, Research Station would have been, you know, nicer in terms of the hand, but then I wouldn't have any water to actually get spice. So, the situation I'm in, discard a card. Okay, well that ruins my dreams of Spice Must Flow anyway, I guess. All right. All right. So the thing is, next round, I might miss the Administrator. He's the only one in the deck that can get me there, so it's not a guarantee that I actually get to Hayliner next round. Although, nobody else currently has much spice. So I think I take the Great Flat here just to get it off the board. Although, this is still good enough for Paul, but... Hey, cautious of it. How am I moving my mouse with my hands behind my back? I've got one of those, it's not Neuralink, it's not Elon Musk's brain implant. I've got like a cheaper one. There's some weird side effects, but it is nice to be able to hold my hands behind my back and still use a mouse. So, you know, the nightmarish, you know, agonizing dreams that happen while I'm driving and all that, it's worth it. So hopefully I can get to secrets. That's what I would like to do with my final agent here. And then hopefully next round I can draw that Administrator. Yeah, that's the issue with what I did here. I'm losing that alliance because Beast's going to win this conflict. He's going to take that back. Unless I get a Miracle Intrigue card. So, I would like a Miracle Intrigue card, please. Is there any reason... Hold on. If I go to Conspire... if I go to Conspire, it gives me the ability to reinforce. And it gives me an Intrigue card. It costs me spice, but if it works, I get this. Let's try it. This is kind of a crazy one. Let's see if it works. Water Peddlers Union. Not what I was hoping for there. But the idea here is, if I can manage to win this conflict, then it's worth it for me to do it, even though it means I won't be able to immediately Hayliner next round, because it saves that alliance and gets me intrigue cards. If it doesn't look like I can win the conflict with the reinforcements, then I'll get either second or third place and I can get that spice back. So that was the calculation there. I mean, I could have just gone to Hayliner now, and maybe I should have, to protect the alliance. Maybe it was worth it rather than hoping for this mythical round 7 situation. Maybe I should have done that. I would be at 3 spice, but I'd have 2 water. I could get 3 spice back. Anyway. 8. So reinforcements also gets me to 8. I don't think that's worth it. And I don't think any of this is worth it. Do I want another liaison? My influence? No, my persuasion kind of sucks. So actually, let's take the last liaison. All right, so this is grim. I'm losing the Freeman Alliance here. Going down to 4 points. I should have Haylinered that. Whoa! How many Spice Must flows? 3, right? Huge. $21 plus? What? Just tell me how many. 21 plus? How many was it? I guess it was just 21? You got 2 Spice Must flows. It was 23. Hey, Beans Machine. Oh yeah, and we are playing to 10 here. Forgot about that kind of. I hate go to 11. I hate that it changes the score to 11. It just messes with what is good and right in the world. All right. Please, Guild Administrator, I need you, my friend. If I have any hope at all, and I don't really. Okay, well, I got the Administrator, so that's good. Let's just do it. All right, so I should be able to win this conflict. The problem is, how do I get more victory points than that? Yeah, Beast locks up the Freeman Alliance here. And he's got the, you know what? I shouldn't be too... I might have to go to rally troops so that I can deploy them with the Sardaukar Legion. And I have to save the Worm Riders for the reveal. I don't have the Alliance anymore either, so that's 4 swords, not 6. This would be what I would draw with the research station, which is not great. This is not feeling good. And Mentat is blocked for me. Well, I think I have to do this. And unfortunately, I think I have to just reveal. Like, I hate doing an early reveal here, but I don't know. I think that's all. I think that's all I can do. I mean, I guess, you know what, though? It's better to just play the Worm Riders than reveal them. If I go to Carthag, that's 6 strength. No, I have no troops left in my supply. That's the issue. Because I did this. Yeah, I think I did that poorly. No troops left in my supply. Yeah, so this would get me tiebreaker spice. The spice doesn't really do much else. Unless we magically go to another round, but that's very unlikely. Intrigue card could be helpful. So this was not well done. This was not well done. Paul infiltrates to Hayliner? To Mentat? He just wants a card. Okay, desperate for cards here to get a Spice Must Flow. Maybe he doesn't end it? Or maybe that's what did it. I mean, he went to Hall of Oratory and Mentat just for a draw. It's probably going to be a Spice Must Flow there. Well, we'll see. Maybe Takobi somehow doesn't have a Spice Must Flow there, and maybe we go to another round. In which case, I'm not sure I'm in the best shape even then. Okay. Recalls from the Mentat to do what? Selective breeding, maybe? Okay, so unfortunately, that move, well, it does let him draw a card with the Signet Ring. Could he have played that Signet Ring anywhere else? Yeah, he could have just played it to secure contract. So that's a misplay. And because of, and this is confusing. Hall of Oratory, see what it says? During your reveal turn, gain 1 persuasion if you have an agent here. So you can only get 1 out of here. So you send an agent there, take your agent back, send another agent there. You think, oh, it's going to get me 2 persuasion. I've made that mistake before. It doesn't. It just gives you still 1 because all it does is at the end, if you have an agent there when you reveal, you get 1 persuasion. 14. Well, it's enough for one. Okay, so it's looking very fourth place here for me. Memnon. Come on, Memnon. Memnon sucks anyway. That's why I'm losing. Stupid leader Memnon randomly gave me Memnon. Classic. Who plays Classic anyways? Worthless game without the expansions. I don't even care. Plans within plans. All right. Congratulations to Kobe with a great victory on Paul Atreides. Liet Kynes coming through big with a lot of Spice Must Flows there. How many Spice Must Flows? 4. And good game to Evergreen, aka Midori. Well played to you. And Task Manager. Good game. Well done there. Just edged out by the Spice on Beast. Glad you could all join me. Thank you very much for playing. It's always fun to play with the viewers. And gotta say, I got kind of wrecked that game. Despite getting my, nice round 1 into round 2 Swordmaster. That's kind of where it ended for me. But that's okay. We had a good time, and I hope you had a good time as well. Midori trying to hit plans within plans with Classic. Yeah, it's hard in Classic. That's another good thing about Classic. It's harder to get those end games to work. Okay, well, that's going to do it for tonight's stream. But let's see, when am I going to be streaming again? Well, of course, I'll be back next Sunday. But I think I'm going to come back again this week. Let's say Thursday night. I'll be back on Thursday night for another stream. And, maybe other times as well. Yeah, Manta, I'm done for the day. But definitely stay tuned for check the Discord for when the next stream is happening. Okay, check the Discord. I will announce whenever the next stream will be, so be sure you're there for that. And of course, look out for the next Members Monday video coming out tomorrow. That's coming up. That's a fresh game. I just recorded it. That's gonna be there for you members. If you're interested in becoming a member, you can click the join button down below for details there. You'll get stream VODs unlocked, as well as the weekly Members Monday video and extra stuff like emotes. Tuesday and Thursday and Saturday will be all new videos this week. Those are going to be new recordings that I make. They're not going to be from this stream because this stream is going to remain up in the public feed as my first stream back in a while. Going forward, stream VODs will also be a member's perk. All right, that's it. Thanks so much, everybody. We'll see you next time. Take care. Bye. Great to be back.